and gentlemen. You're all very, very welcome here to Crosserlough this evening. And I would like to extend a warm welcome. I know we have a number of people in the audience who have travelled quite a distance here. So we're delighted to have you, and we know and we hope that you'll enjoy the night. Tonight's production is John B Keane's play Moll, and it's being presented by Crosserlough Drama Group, and it's directed by John Donohoe. Now, just before we start, a couple of little housekeeping rules. Please just check where your mobile phone is and just make sure it's switched off. Please, if you could just do that, that'd be great. I will just refer to the exits. There's one at the very, very back of the hall. There's one up here which will be on your right. That's probably which most of you would have come in that door. And there's another one up here on the left top corner. So, at half time, we will have about a 15-minute break. And during that time, you are more than welcome, and we would invite you to come out the back and go around here to the side. There's a number of ladies out here, and they will only be delighted. There will be a cup of tea and some refreshments, and we'll be delighted that if you all take part in that. Also during that time, we will have a raffle. Tickets will be €2 each, and there will be 3 for 5. And we have a number of prizes. Our first prize tonight is kindly sponsored by Fleetwood Paint, and it's to the value of €50, and you can get it in any paint shop. There are bottles of wine and numerous prizes. And also during the night we'll have a few surprise prizes as well. So look at, ladies and gentlemen, that's enough for me. So I'm now going to hand you over to the Crosserlough Drama Group and Moll.
After the new money came in, things were never the same at the present. Until then, summers came and summers went, each one much like the last. Crosserlough was a poor parish, but God was good, and sure even the weather is good sometimes. And the priests of the parish, well, they went about their duties without a bother. Until the summer of that fateful year of our Lord, 1971, when the money went decimal. It had a most shocking and deleterious effect on some people. Why else would their housekeeper of 20 years be honest, sober, industrious and respectable Letitia Bottomley suddenly up and marry an American tourist and emigrate to New Jersey in the United States of America, no less. There she opened a diner that she entitled the Black Bottom Bistro. It was the decimal money that drove the poor woman demented and left the priest of the parish with the onerous duty of finding a new housekeeper.
It says here, Miss Hanover, from the most recent reference from the late Father Dick Hennessy, that you take a drink on occasion. Does this mean intoxicating drink?
For all I take of it, Father. I don't know why he mentioned it at all. The Lord be good to the man.
Yes, but you do take intoxicating drink, however.
On very rare occasions, Father. Barring I had a cold or pains or the like.
Any further questions, gentlemen?
Supposing you were to get the job, Miss Hanover, would you need any extra help?
Well, I would need a maid servant, naturally. Sure, there is 3 of you.
Well, what sort of wage would you be expecting?
God knows, Canon. Seeing as the way everything's gone up since the money went decimal, if I get the job, I'd need £10 a week.
It says here, Miss Hanover, that you are a good natural cook.
Oh, I'm all that, Father.
I'm sure you are. Just, could you please explain the word natural?
Should the Lord be good to the man, he always ate what I put in front of him. And there was never rewards out of him.
Oh, I'm sure he did. It's just that expression. It's so unusual. These are not the type of words that automatically link each other. You often hear of a simple cook, a plain cook, sometimes even an excellent cook. But a natural cook, now that's a new one.
I see what you mean. Could it be that cooking comes natural? She's some sort of a genius, Jack Dempsey was a natural fighter. And Ted Crusoe, he was a natural singer. Jack Dye was both. Say a man goes out and plays golf for the first time and doesn't miss the ball in the first swing. Well, he's natural. Isn't he, Hannah? Sorry, Hannah.
Now, Miss Hanover, I would like to submit you to a small test.
Oh, you're not put a hand on me. I was never touched by the hand of a man.
Not to worry. This is not a physical test. I will merely say a word or a certain group of words, and you tell me the first thing that comes into your mind. Do you understand?
All right, I'll chance it.
Wardrobe.
Bottle of gin.
Sweet tooth.
Porter cake.
Sunday morning.
Gin and tonic.
Cold in the nose.
Bloody Mary.
Sacristy.
Altar wine.
Thank you very much, Miss Hanover. That will be all for now. Away off you, and you'll be hearing from us in the near future. Good day to you. Mind this step now, ma'am.
There goes another interview. I've done about 27 of them now. Would you ever give me a job?
There's a right one.
Miss Thunderstruck, good housekeepers are not to be had.
You must remember, there is plenty of work in factories and hotels.
They don't seem anxious to make a career out of it anymore. When I was a young man, there was great temptation to spoil nuns and the like. But they prefer the outside anymore.
They can have their outside morning, noon and night. A priest housekeeper isn't like a nun anymore, you know.
They used to be. They used to be like them in manner and in obedience. Oh, by the way, you were on the ball there about the drinking.
I knew her late employer, Father Dick Hennessy. Dine away, Dick, the teachers of the parish used to call him.
Why dine away?
Don't you see? He never dined at home.
He didn't say that much in the reference.
He couldn't.
And why could he not?
He wasn't able. The Lord have mercy on the poor devil. He wouldn't have it in him to say a bad word about anybody.
And that's why you questioned her about the drink.
Of course. You may be sure that if Father Dick said she took a drink on occasion, what he really meant was she was a cross between a wine taster and a dipsomaniac.
And this thing about her being a natural cook.
That she served up the food naturally. That's to say, she didn't bother much with the cooking of it beforehand. Lads, we're in a spot. Here we are, as happy as 3 peas in a pod, and as united as 3 leaves in a shamrock, and well disposed to each other as if we were brothers. And now, we're left to look after ourselves. You'll never know the true worth of a good housekeeper until she's gone. Losing Miss Bottomley was... It was like losing a mother.
Lads, do you remember her pigeon tongue? Her beef stew?
Her shepherd's pie?
Her stuffed pork.
Oh, cold cannon.
Jesus, what you couldn't do with a duck. Her mussel and cockle soup. The smell of it, the taste of it. And this is sheer torture, lads. Sheer torture. Where are we, Joe?
This is the last one. Miss Molly Kettle, age 47.
47 my hours.
We'll soon find out when we see her.
Age 47. Worked as a housekeeper in a boys' school in Liverpool. Worked for 9 years as a housekeeper to Monsignor Patrick McMerrigan. Now retired. She's been idle for 3 months.
Read McMannigan's reference. The biggest windbag in the diocese.
Miss Maureen Kettle came to work for me on the death of my housekeeper, Mrs. Sarah O'Hara, 9 years ago on the precise morning of the 2020th anniversary of the Battle of Fassilia, Quantum Sevilla. She struck me at once as being a woman of integrity. She answered all of my questions satisfactorily, and having assured myself that her references were in order, and that she had a reasonable knowledge of the true faith, I employed her forthwith. I found her to be a good cook, and an even better punch maker. I know more of this good woman, nor do I need to. Omne ignatium pro magnifico. And that's the lot.
You're right. He is a windbag.
To use a golfing metaphor, you understand, if you can endure Monsignor McMannigan for 9 holes, she'd go the full 18 with me.
Lads, this must be approached coldly. If we lose detachment here, all we're going to gain is a poor housekeeper.
Of course. Call her in, Joe, there is a good man, will ya?
Of course.
Well, in fairness, Canon, if she'd anything less than an alcoholic, she'd be better than the last person we had in here.
Miss Kettle!
No,
Can you please come in?
Some people have an awful lot of bother.
Straight through.
Take a seat there, Miss Kettle. It's a nice day out, isn't it?
Well, it is, thanks be to God, a lovely day entirely, Canon.
Allow me to introduce my 2 showers.
Oh, Canon, how are you?
Hello. Father Bryce here and Father Owen. They may want to ask you a few questions, but be at your ease, It's not an inquisition.
Very good, Canon.
I see here you have met with Father Monsignor McMannigan's approval.
Oh, we got on great.
And the new Monsignor.
Oh, I couldn't tell you nothing about him, Father.
So I wonder how he didn't stay with him.
He didn't ask me, Father.
And why not?
Sure, he brought his own woman with him.
It says here you've been out of work for the last 3 months. That's a long time to be without a job.
'Tis a long time, surely, Father.
Is it how you couldn't get a job?
Oh, I could get a job, all right.
And why didn't you take one?
Well, 'tisn't every job I would take. I couldn't bring myself to work with nothing less than a canon. 'Twould be a great come down for me now, after all my years, to have to fall into work with an ordinary priest.
Well, that's a very odd reason.
I don't know. I don't see anything odd about it.
'Tis hard, Canon, to go back to the plain black and white when one gets used to the purple. Really no offence.
No indeed. No indeed. Now tell me, Miss Texas, would you need any help? What I mean is, would you need an assistant?
An assistant, Canon?
A maid servant to help you?
Well, I wouldn't leave one of them inside the door of this house. A maidservant and 2 curates in the house. Will you leave well enough alone, Canon?
How right you are, Miss Texas. Well, what sort of wage would you be expecting?
£8 a week, Canon, and sure maybe if we didn't fall out, you might see your way to giving me a rise after a year or 2.
I might so. I might so.
Have you any hobbies?
Bingo, Father. But only on a Sunday night and television now and again.
The disease of bingo. I see fate. Well, thanks be to God, we haven't been invaded by that particular malady in this parish yet. And if I get my way, we never will.
Might I ask a question, Canon?
I suppose so.
What do you think of Vatican II?
What's that, Father?
Vatican II. What do you think of it?
Hawaii 5-0 is my favourite.
No. What I mean is...
No. Father, you mustn't expect this good woman to know all about these things. Now, Miss Cecil, when would you like to begin? That is, if you decide to take you on.
I could come in the morning, Canon.
Very well then. Any more questions, lads?
I presume the Monsignor had curates.
Oh, indeed he had. 3 of them.
You get references from those?
I did not indeed.
But why not?
Sure, nobody takes note of a reference from a curate. Nobody. Well, nobody except another curate.
No more questions.
All right then, Miss Cecil. Would you like to stand outside in the hallway for a moment or two? I assure you it won't take long.
Oh, very good, Canon, very good.
Thanks very much, Miss Cecil.
I don't know.
You don't know what?
There's something about her.
I think she's all right. Look, she's not very bright, but she's all right.
Now that's where I disagree with you entirely. You say she's not very bright. I say otherwise. She might give off the impression that she's not very bright. But I'd say she's an awful lot sharper than she looks.
So what if she is? So long as she fits the bill, that's all that matters. Come on, Phil. We're damn lucky to have her.
I agree.
Make it unanimous, Phil.
I wish I could. This woman frightens me. There's something hidden deep beneath that charm surface. She's too bloody quick with her answers.
And now Phil.
No, Joe! You must remember that when a presbytery gets a new housekeeper, it's like a regiment getting a new sergeant major. And a new housekeeper is like a new moon. And a new moon can bring anything. Anything from an earthquake to a tornado.
You're an alarm on us, Phil.
All right. But you remember, I have foreboding. In these circumstances, I'm as sensitive as a seismograph.
A what?
A seismograph. And already, I am sensing the first faint rumblings of a calamity that is about to befall us. Already I can measure the first faint vibrations of a collapsing presbytery.
I spare your flowery language for next Sunday ceremony, Father.
All right. You remember, I told you so.
Are we agreed then?
Agreed.
That's good. I'm glad we chose wisely. Miss Tattle! Miss Tattle, will you come in? Have a seat, please.
Very good.
Your Christian name is Maureen, is it not?
That's right, Canon. But them that knows me calls me Moll.
Well, it is then. We have good news for you.
Oh, that's great, Canon.
Whenever you're ready, you can begin work.
Very good.
The salary is agreed. I'm sorry it's not more. We are a very poor parish, with a church to be repaired and a school to be built. And God knows what else.
Oh, don't worry your head, Canon. I'm sure I manage as I've always done.
I dare say a month's notice either way will be sufficient, in case things don't work out.
Oh, they'll work out fine, Canon. You'll see. They'll work out just fine.
Thanks. All right then, Miss Jackson. If you like, I'll show you around the layout of the place.
Oh, very good, Canon. And I hope now, please God, that this will be the lucky day for us all.
Yes, please God. Please God. Now we have ourselves a handyman, a
Right.
parish clerk,
Okay.
a secretary.
And now you have the housekeeper.
Well, for better or for worse, we have ourselves a housekeeper.
Well, I hope, for your sake and mine, that I'm proved wrong.
You're being ridiculous now.
Joe, you remember that I'm a veteran of 5 presbyteries. And I happen to know that God's greatest blessing is a good housekeeper. But God's greatest curse is a bad one. I haven't met a bad one yet. But I know men who have. And they've died of malnutrition. This woman strikes me as a bad one. Now, I could be wrong, but I feel it in my bones. And my bones don't let me down too often. Right, I'm away off.
And where are you going?
I'm going for a round of golf, if you must know. But before that, I'm going to go down to the chapel. And there, I propose to go down on both knees and commence a novena. For the salvation of us all. Not to any martyr, or not to any saint in particular. Oh no. Straight through to the Lord Almighty God Himself. Are you seeing Him?
Of the many afflictions to annoy the human condition, the poisonous canker of doubt seems to me to be one of the most potent and least recognised. And doubt has a deadly and insidious effect upon the infected person, bringing torment to the soul and encouraging a terrible railing against the will of God, erupting in fits of rage. Now, for Canon Pratt's part, well, he thanked God for the blessing of optimism, and his faith in optimism was never better justified than in the case of Moll. For when he offered the opinion that they had chosen wisely in appointing her as their housekeeper, well, he believed that his words were clearly divinely inspired.
Excuse me, Canon.
Come on. I want to.
Oh,
That's
what?
good, that's
Just
good.
another little bit. There you are.
Thanks very much. That's lovely. Thanks very much. Thanks, Mike.
Is the breakfast all right, Canon?
Fine, Mike, fine. It's lovely. Thanks very much.
All right, Canon.
How long are you away again, Mike?
Just a month yesterday, Canon.
And month yesterday. Oh, this is lovely. We're fine here, Mike.
Okay, Canon. What about the dinner, Canon?
We leave that entirely up to you, Mike.
Would bacon and turnips be all right, Canon?
Bacon turnips, but you're glorious, man. Glorious.
Okay, very good, Canon. I'll make a start on them straight away.
Thanks very much, Mike. Well, great woman. Thanks very much. I'm a great woman, then.
I'm not sure all about that.
You're not hitting off her very well, then, are you?
Quite frankly, no.
Well, we mustn't let her spoil our breakfast.
Father Lord,
Yes, Father Breast.
you are a man that has excellent eyesight.
Well, I don't need spectacles anyway, thanks to God.
Thanks be to God. Now, could you tell me what this is which I am holding in my hand? Have a careful look at it now.
Why, it beats me.
Does it remind you of anything?
Offhand, I can't say.
Here, take it in your hand and have a careful examination of it. Interesting, isn't it?
Oh, it certainly is. I must confess that I'm baffled. Well, I honestly can't say what it is.
Have you ever seen anything like it before?
No, I can't say that I have.
Here, hand it back. Could be valuable.
Valuable?
You know, museums and universities are always interested in strange curiosities.
Do we detect a note of sarcasm here? Because if we do, I will tell you here now I won't have it. What in the blazes are you on about?
It's this!
What is it?
I wish I knew.
A damn bastard! That's a rasher!
Is it?
It is, of course.
It's too small to be a rasher.
It's still a rasher.
Must have come off a bloody bonham.
Or a pygmy?
What?
Pygmy?
Ah, come on, Phil. Stop the nonsense and eat your breakfast. The breakfast on the plate.
You done all right for yourself. Look at the size of your sausages and look at the size of mine. What do you think of that?
Normal sausages run about 16s the pound. 48 of these wouldn't make a pound. Of course, I don't mind, Canon. I haven't much of an appetite. But it's tough on poor Phil, Canon.
You're bloody sure it's tough on poor Phil.
You know what I'm known as cocktail sausages. Jimmy Lukey says there's more nourishment in small, meaty, hardy sort of sausages than there is in the big fat sausage.
Is that a fact?
Indeed it is. Isn't there no saying to cover the neck of that? Something to do with parcels.
The best of goods come on small parcels, Canon.
Oh, good man, Joe. That's the one.
But you know,
It's hard to make some of the old saying.
you can eat the small hardy ones and I have the big fat ones.
What's gone into you at all lately, Phil?
It's this housekeeper. Your precious Moll. She seems to think that us curates can live off the wind.
She's doing the best she can.
She does the best she can for you. Look at the size of your sausages and look at the size of ours.
What's your imagination?
Is it my imagination? Or is that sausage there not 10 times bigger than ours?
If you want fat sausages, why in the blazes don't you ask her for fat sausages?
Well, I'm asking for them now.
Come on now. Don't get spoil our breakfast and you wouldn't we buy.
What breakfast?
The breakfast on your plate. I see nothing wrong with it.
What you mean is you see nothing wrong with yours. I cannot get over the size of that son.
Let's proceed with her breakfast.
Well, you can proceed by all means. But I have something more to say.
Well, you better get it off your chest and hadn't you?
I had better, hadn't I? That woman out there, that so-called housekeeper, has gone deliberately out of her way to make my life a living hell from the day she moved in here a month ago. Before that, I was a placid man, a happy man in a happy house, content, with me fare and with me lot. And then slowly, insidiously, poisonously, she tries to break me.
Ah, what a vivid imagination you have.
Have I? Have you heard her when she calls me in the mornings? Before that, I'm calm and relaxed. And then you hear it. Father Reyes! Father Reyes! I'm telling you, I'm shattered.
Ah, for God's sake, Phil. Gather hold of yourself. The woman has nothing against you.
Hasn't she? Did I hear you agreeing to bacon and turnip for dinner there on?
Indeed you did, but we can always change that if you want to.
Well, I know what I get. I get the smallest, stringiest, toughest bit out of the whole lot. Something leathery and lardy from the middle of an ounce sow's belly.
And so will I.
Oh, but you haven't an appetite and I have.
You better have a talk with her then.
Wouldn't it mean myself by talking to such a creature?
Ah, but you're very perturbed this morning, aren't you?
Oh, I'm perturbed, am I? Do you remember yesterday evening's dinner?
Yes.
What did it consist of?
Oh, I've an atrocious bad memory.
Let me help you. Were there some lamb chops?
I believe there were some lamb chops.
How many?
I think there were 3 lamb chops.
What else was on the plate, Canon?
Peas, I believe. I'm certain there were some peas on the plate.
How many?
Good God, Fincher, I didn't count them.
Didn't you didn't? As I recall, you had a fairly large plate. Some might even call it a dish more than a plate. Would I be right, Canon?
Go on, go on.
So the half of this dish was covered by the 3 said lamb chops. What was on the other half of the dish, Canon?
Peas, I said. What's the point of it on about it?
So we may presume that at least 1 square foot of that dish was entirely covered by peas. How many peas would be in that, Canon?
Ah, there were a few hundred peas. I can't be certain.
Thank you very much, Canon. You've been very helpful. Now, would you mind telling me what you saw on my plate?
I didn't look at your plate. I have better things to be doing.
Damn sure you hadn't. Father Lord, do you mind telling me what you saw on my plate? And speak up as we want you to be heard. Come on, Father Lord, what was on my plate?
There was what appeared to be one small mutton chop, or some article which resembled a small mutton chop. It was, if I may say so, the smallest mutton chop I've ever seen.
Go on.
There was also what seemed to be a small quantity of tin peas.
Can we be a little bit more precise there, Father, please? But be honest with your answer.
In my honest opinion, there were 20 peas on the plate.
You're wrong! Because I counted them. And there were 19! Is that fair, Canon? Is that honest?
I'll talk to her. I can assure you I had no hand or partner. I'll talk to her this very day.
I'm sure you will. But before I finish, let me add that the meat that was on that plate, I could not chew it. I tore at it and I hacked at it, but I made no impression whatsoever. I can only presume that that meat, which I euphemistically call mutton, wasn't mutton at all. I can only conclude that it was hewn, drawn and gartered from the posterior of a mountain ram that was siren nose above on the mountains of Antrim when St. Patrick was a garrison.
By the Lord, that was a mighty outburst, Joe.
He's been complaining a lot lately, Canon.
That's the first I heard of it.
Well, I suppose he kept it in for too long. Hence the unexpected explosion.
And do you agree with him?
Well, I do and I don't.
Well, do you or don't you?
Well, on one hand I do. But on the other hand... I'll see that.
Father Breast! Where's Father Breast?
Who wants him?
There's a sick call.
Oh, I'll take it, Miss Kate.
Hurry on. The poor man is waiting outside of the presbytery. Hurry on.
The ball is at your feet, Canon. Watch how you kick.
Moll,
Yes, Canon.
come over and sit down here for a minute.
I will, surely,
I want to have a little talk with you.
Very good, Canon.
Now, poor Father Breast is very perturbed this morning.
Oh, the poor man. Well, I hope he get out of it.
He says I'm not giving him enough teeth. So does Father Lord, but Father Lord doesn't seem to mind.
Enough is enough, Canon. And I always give them pair enough. Maybe just how they're expecting the same as yourself.
They do. And they've every right to expect it.
And have they no respect for seniority, Canon?
All I know is that Father Breast says he's not getting enough to eat. What do you say about that?
Well, now listen here to me, Canon. Your last housekeeper spent £40 a month on meat alone for this house. £40.
Was it that much?
It was enough to keep an army of soldiers in meat.
And how much is this one, Moll?
£10, Canon.
Oh, great God. But you're a pure magician. And the food never was better.
I know it, Canon.
My food never was better.
Exactly.
And did you cut down on any other
Oh,
item?
indeed I did, Canon. The grocery bill is cut in half.
Ah, you're a pure genius, man. A pure genius. Still, we have this problem about Father Breast.
Oh, Lord save us all, Canon. But 'tis wrong to give young curates too much to eat.
Why is that, man?
Because they get notions, Canon.
You get notions, man.
Notions, Canon. Over in Scotland a couple of years ago, there was a young priest rose up one morning, threw off his collar, and went off with a half-naked lady acrobat.
Go on, go on.
A lady acrobat, Canon, 'twas in all the papers. Beef, Canon, and steak that was half raw was the cause of it. If 'twas plain bread and butter and gravy he was having, he'd be too weak to have notions.
I dare say there's something of what you say,
In the
man.
name of God, Canon, when you look at the jaunty cut of them two prime bucks.
Ah, they're young and they're jaunty.
Two hardy bucks, and they have the gall to look for more food. Sure, if you feed them like gamecocks, Canon, they'll strut like gamecocks and they'll crow like gamecocks.
And you think they're getting enough to eat?
Are they priests or are they gluttons? Is there nothing more to their lives but their gullets? Would you hear of the Pope looking for lamb cutlets?
Ah, no, you would not.
Indeed you
No,
would
no.
not. When Cardinal Monsuki from Persia was here a couple of years ago, was he looking for lamb cutlets?
No, no, he was not.
Indeed he was not. A plate of giblet soup and a crust of bread was all the poor man had, and him a cardinal. And yet we have two pampered bucks looking for lamb cutlets and begrudging their own Canon the bit that he does be eating. What worries of them pair beyond the filling in their bellies? Have they to worry about the education of children or the building of schools, or is their guts their only concern?
I can't answer that, man. In all the truth, I can't answer that.
And will you tell me another thing, Canon?
I will if I can.
The church, Canon. There's 3 holes in the roof, and the windows are rotten, and the people of this parish to be exposed to wind and rain and draughts because Father Breast here doesn't like the bingo.
The people of the parish must come first. They must come before me, you, anybody else.
Do you want to see the poor people of this parish catching pneumonia when they kneel down to say their prayers? Is that what you want, Canon? Is it how you want the feeble and the delicate to be bent over in pain and them that has bad knees to be crippled?
It's not what I want, man.
Well, Canon, we'll all be wrecked with pleurisy and TB if them holes aren't fixed. And why, Canon? Will you tell me why?
Because Father Breast doesn't let bingo.
Father Breast doesn't like... And does he like bridge, Canon?
Oh, I believe he's a damn good hand at the bridge.
And the golf, Canon, does he play golf?
Ah, well, he loves the golf. In fact, he won a couple of tournaments.
So 'tis all right for Father Breast and his equals to play bridge and golf, is it?
Yes, it is all right for them.
But 'tis not all right for the poor people of this parish to play an innocent game of bingo.
Canon, did you have a word with her about the food?
Indeed I did. We're putting a new roof on the church.
What has that got to do with it? Where are you going to get the money?
You are going to get it. From now on, you are in charge of the bingo.
If there's a sound that pleases me more than most, well, it's the sound of laughter. Laughter erupts from the soul in an irrepressible declamation of an excess of good humour. Laughter is natural, you see. It's one of the many magical gifts that the good Lord provides. The warmth of the sun, the whisper of the trees, the murmur of the sea, the nectar of the very air that we breathe. Go right ahead, says the Lord. Laughter is free. Enjoy it.
Shall I ne'er see you more, gentle mother, in the fields where
Maria, gratia plena, Dominus tecum, benedicta tu. We made it. Congratulations on avoiding you know who. Do you see? She's taking in to listening on the phone calls too now. Just the other day, I was on the phone to my mother when I sensed there was somebody in the vicinity.
And was she there?
Standing in this very room, as still as a statue, with an innocent look on her face as if she wasn't there at all. What are you doing there?
cobwebs, boy born. I'm hunting cobwebs. The presbytery is draped in them.
Do you realise I was on the phone to my mother? You were eavesdropping again. Well, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Do you mind leaving this room while I call my mother?
I go when I have the cobwebs cleared.
You'll go now.
I was here before you.
If you don't leave this room immediately, I will remove you forcibly.
Keep your temper now, Father. No violence.
Well, I'll go and say a prayer for the holy souls. But before I go, you can remember one thing.
And what would that be?
A phone call to your mother is not church business, you know.
Meaning what?
Meaning you can leave the money for the call beside the phone when you're finished.
Well, mother's love is a wonderful thing, but it'll cost you money from now on.
Well, may God forgive me, but I cannot bear that woman. Give me Darrelly at 38.
We are supposed to show meekness and sufferance in the face of adversity. Our force function is forbearance.
Well, it's me or she, and by the Lord Jesus, it's not going to be me. No, not you, miss. No, what I was saying is, it's me or she, and what was... Yes, call me back. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, what was it you were going to tell me?
It's this.
What is it?
I got a letter back from Monsignor's curates.
Show us.
Yeah. Dear Father Brest, I am only the middle curate. You should not involve me about our friend to whom I will not refer by name, as I would not put anything past her. Not even the steaming open of this letter.
Oh, I don't doubt him. I don't doubt him one bit.
My current choice of foods is grossly restricted from the beatings she gave my stomach. For this reason, I'm afraid to say more, but I put it this way. If I were sending a telegram, it would say, abandon ship. Yours sincerely, Robert Connor C.C. Paints a strange picture, doesn't that?
What are we going to do?
There's only one thing we can do.
And what's that?
The bishop!
You mean a visit?
Not necessarily, no. A private letter would be all right.
That's pretty drastic.
Drastic! I'm after conducting 47 sessions of bingo, each lasting 3.5 hours. I'm losing weight by the pound. Before time I'll be nothing. It's going to have to be the bishop. A giant letter.
Oh, count me out. No.
You can't opt out. We have to make a stand.
It won't work.
Why won't it work?
Because once you've written a letter to the bishop, you can never do it again. Say we write to the bishop and tell him the truth about Moll. We will forever, in his eyes, be the two curates who complained about the food.
I know, but...
Now, say if either of us has a genuine complaint to make, he'll say to himself, is that one of the two who complained about the food before? Or did he get it?
No, I don't get it. We have a genuine grouse.
But have we? There's plenty of bread and butter, there's milk, and there's puddings. No scarcity of the essentials, if you know what I mean. If the bishop investigates, he's not going to do so without informing the canon. And informing the canon, as we both well know, is the same as informing Moll. And she'll be ready for the bishop. Isn't she the woman that fobbed off Karen Moonsuki with watery giblet soup?
You won't say then?
Let's wait. If things get worse, I'll reconsider. Honestly, Phil, we've no proof. And you've lost weight.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, if I lose much more weight, it's only a matter of time until there'll be a major collapse.
What's that? It's a banshee.
It's worse. It's the voice of Moll Kettle. Here, burn that letter, quick!
Oh, there you are.
What's the matter now?
The matter is that there's a sick call and there's no priest to take it.
We're off duty.
Well, one of you is supposed to be on call.
The canon was ordained a priest too, the same as myself and Father Lauren.
The canon went to bed an hour ago with a cold in his head, and I have no notion of asking him to go traipsing off into the country in case he gets his death of pneumonia.
Where is the sick call?
Hurry on, the poor man is waiting outside at the presbytery. Hurry on, before some poor soul has to face his maker without a priest.
There's no peace to be had in this place anymore.
Wouldn't it be a nice state of affairs now if the bishop heard that there was no curate to take a sick call? Suppose I didn't go searching. 'Tisn't my job, you know, to locate missing curates.
That's enough guff for you, thank you.
What's the bonfire for?
Just some waste paper.
I don't see it being any of your business.
Waste paper that had to be burned? Well, that must be the hot paper.
If it wasn't hot then, it is now.
Hurry on, the two of you, and remember, both of you, that you are on the bingo tonight in the parish hall.
Sure, tonight is Sunday night. There's no bingo tonight.
There's a special session tonight because of the church holiday.
And I was playing golf with the doctor.
And I was playing records at the Reverend Mother.
Well, now, Len's 11. The doc is going to have to play golf with the Reverend Mother because tonight the two of you are on the bingo. Check!
A word now about the bingo. Bingo is no sin. There are some who will tell you that bingo is gambling, that therefore bingo is a pernicious evil, preying upon the vulnerabilities of simple people. Bingo isn't gambling at all, but a harmless bit of fun. The prizes are modest, and though welcome, unlikely to launch the winner into the perilous seas of high finance, particularly as there is every encouragement to reinvest the funds. into the parish accounts, of course, for the salvation of the donor's soul, of course.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And a very warm welcome to everybody here tonight for our special session of bingo, the very last bingo of the season. It's great to see such a big crowd here tonight on our last night. So let's get straight to it here now for our first line.
Hello! Have you started the bingo yet? Don't start without me.
Take your seats, please. Take your seats.
Well, it's bridesmaid. Did you ain't here yet? It wasn't hard for me to bring you to the bingo.
Take your seat, please.
My God, you have to get out that seat. You see here?
Take your seat, please, ma'am.
If he's here, here's my seat. And you're sitting in that seat.
Could everyone please take their own seat? Everybody please take their own seat. Could everybody sit down now, please? Sit down and get this rolling. Thank you very much. And off we go with our first number. Top of the house, 9090. One and 6, 16. Two fat ladies, 88. And looking for some 13. Check! We have a check down there. Who have we? Come on, Sean Hughes. Come on up here and get your prize, Sean. Come on, Sean. Come on, get your prize, Sean. It's glad to see you out again after the dancing. There we are, Sean. Because this is our last night of the bingo season, we have a couple of spot prizes down with the bonus ball. Tie them on there, Sean, just before. Yes, maybe we should tie them on, Sean. Do you want a hand? Hanover, I like you for this one. Next up on our bonus ball, 2 and 3, 23. And this is for our, oh yes, this is from our cake. This is for our new cake maker in the parish here, Jackie Mooney. She's been doing all the wedding cakes for the parish. So have we, who are we there? Have we a winner there?
Jake!
Oh, because we have Kathleen Tweedy. Good woman. Come on over here. Great to see you here on your first night. Congratulations. You can help Sean there. Now, our next prize we have this is a bridesmaid's dress from our local new bridal shop. The sponsor of a lovely bridesmaid's dress. This suits, yes. 6 and 9, 69. Who have we there? Have we anyone? Ah, come on, Kira Deasy, congratulations. at her wedding?
A lovely little bonnet.
7 and 1, 71.
Jack!
Who have we there? Caroline Gallagher! That was an enthusiastic check. Come on, Caroline. As this is the last day of the bingo, we're going to get a picture with all the prize winners here tonight. Father Lorne is going to take a picture of the prize winners. This will be great. Now, jump in now. Isn't it a great surprise for everyone? Cheese! Thank you very much, everyone. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached half time. There will be tea and refreshments around the back, and there will be raffle tickets on sale. €2 a ticket, or 3 for a fiver, and we'll see you in 10 minutes. Thank you very much, everyone.
Parochial House, how can I help you? Oh, there's none of the curates here right now. No. The canon is resting and can't be disturbed. What's up with you anyway? You're pregnant. Well, that's hardly the fault of the canon. Yes, my dear, but you had right to think of that now before you let him put the honey in your coffee. What? He gave you a green cough drop and told you it was the pill. Well, you must be a right Egypt altogether. Goodbye. Women these days. What the world is coming to. Come on in, the door's open.
for money.
Look at having a nonsense. Let them hit. Come on, you.
Bridgie, you go.
Come on, you. Come on. Do you know what you have to do? You made all these promises all day. Don't change your mind. Come on, you. Come on, you, now. Take it easy. Oh, the canon isn't in, I suppose.
Aren't you one of the women who's in for this job?
Oh, that's right. No hard feelings.
And how can I help you?
I just want to see one of the curates.
There's none of the curates here right now.
Well, should the canon do just as well?
The canon is resting and can't be disturbed.
Ah, dear. Well, that's a pity.
Maybe I can help you. I often stand in for the canon on these occasions. Out with it now, whatever it is.
Well, it's just that I'm thinking of getting married.
What? Are you in earnest?
Oh, I am.
And who is he?
You little love! You little love! Come on! Come on, you little... You can't fall at the first step. Come on! You little... Come on. Come on, you.
Easy, Bridgie.
Turn around and let the woman have a look at you. Come on. Now,
Would you
it's
like
very
to-
shy.
Would you like to sit down, sir?
No.
Are you sure you want to go ahead?
What's wrong with him?
He'd die on the job.
Well, if he do, won't I have my widow's pension?
And what do you want to get married for anyway?
I have to.
You have to. Well, miracles will never cease. There's hope for us all. Shove out here, wonder boy, till we get looked at.
No, come on, you lick. Come on, let the woman have a look at you.
Bridgie.
Come on, that's it.
Are you sure he's the man?
He's the best I could get. I ain't no chicken, you know.
You. Will you answer me an honest question?
Of course.
Are you long gone?
Long gone where?
Oh, you know where.
No, honest, I don't.
How many months?
Working for the priest, and here I am, penniless in the end.
God knows 'tis true. And did you save much?
Save? What a priest would pay you. The same thing would happen to you if you don't look out for yourself.
There's a lot to what you say, all right. You've set me thinking, God knows.
How much is it to get married anyway?
£2 a cow, 10 shillings a bullock, 5 bob a sheep, 2 bob a pig, and a shilling a goat. Give me 40 quid.
How many cows have you got there, you lick?
4 cows. And a bull.
If you give me 40 quid, sure, I'll get round the cannon. But you gave me good advice, you know. If I don't look out for myself, the cannon won't.
You lick, have you got £40 there, handy?
40?
Yeah, £40 there, you. Sure, we're good together, come on. £40. Oh, he has it again, hey.
Tell you what now.
What is that?
Oh, I'll tell you what.
This is 35 with that.
35 is not 40. I want £40
Oh,
for a marriage.
Eunice,
That's
come
it.
on, give me the rest. Come on, Eunice. Oh, Eunice, come on, can you see?
God, she's a hard woman.
Well, if we don't pay off, we won't be getting married.
There you are, Bridgie. Play with that.
1, 2, 3.
What's that?
Will that do? Is that enough?
There's £38.10 here. Come on, 40 quid.
Nearly one. Come on. The money. It won't go ahead.
39.
39. She said 40.
And another 10 shillings.
Now, will I want change?
Hurry on now, the two of you. Or Father Lauren will be back from the... Go on, the two of you. And remember, we'll be back here bright and early on Monday morning, and I'll get Canon to do the job for you.
I'll be looking forward to it, and hope that I'll be guided right.
Come on, hurry on. And Ulick, take it nice and easy at the start, Ulick. And if you get over the first fence without it fall, you'll finish the course no bother.
I say there's no fear of a fall. I tell you was often saddled before. I'm coming.
Come on, you little love.
She's hard.
We have a big job to do these days.
She's hard paid.
Come on, you little. Come on. That's the boy.
Bridgie,
Yes, you little.
how are you at the meeting?
Oh, I'm free. You won't have a tiny trouble there. Come on, you little. Come on.
Where's your minute?
I suppose you'll be wanting your supper soon.
We'll wait till Father Lord has finished with the choir practice. The choir was a great idea, you was, Moll.
Thanks, Canon.
You like hymns, Moll.
I do, Canon, but hymns are sad.
That's the way Father Lord and the choir sings them. How long are you with it now, Moll?
Go on the 12 months, Canon.
On the 12 months. The bingo was a great idea, you. The bare year gone, the church is now repaired, the foundations for the school are dug out, and work is to be in there next week. The bishop is your happy man. Did I tell you he complimented me on my fundraising?
Did he now? Your
told-
fundraising.
He told me I was a credit to the diocese, and mindful said he of his builder, and thankful said he to people who build modern schools. I often teach them, he said.
He often think of them. Well, I wonder what he meant by that.
You never know till after what a bishop means, as many a poor priest knows to his cost. So, now on, God is good, and I'm good too.
It's all right for you, Canon. Sure, you'll probably end up a bishop someday yourself.
Doubtful, Moll. Men were made monsignors with far less to the credit.
'Tis well for some.
Am I right in thinking that the church is salty of the day? Come on, Moll, I'll well wherever it is. Come over here and sit beside me.
Security, Canon. My own... No, 'tis money, Canon.
There are other things in the world besides money, Moll. There's the grace of God, which is more plentiful than all the wealth and riches in the 5 continents put together.
Oh, I know that, Canon. But couldn't a body have a bit of the grace of God and a bit of money beside it?
Spell it out, Moll, whatever it is.
Security, Canon. As I said, security, me own security has me worried sick. I'm getting old, Canon. And indeed, you're not getting any younger yourself. And 'tis time I thought about what I should do if anything happened to you. Should I be worse off than a widow?
Worse off than a widow?
When she give a widow's pension, I wouldn't have a penny to get from anybody. It's not fair, Canon.
If I happen to be, you won't be forgotten. You'll have your severance pay that'll be seen to, and £50 of a gift that'll be willed to you.
£50?
In black and white.
But you're a gas man with your £50. Sure, I wouldn't even buy a bicycle.
But what would you say if I increase it to £100?
You'll have to do the same with that as you did with the 50, Canon. You'll have to do more.
Such as?
Such as a pension scheme and a bulk sum.
A pension scheme and a bulk sum. Well, I never had the like before in my life. You think you're a school teacher or a heavy civil servant?
Well, if I was married to you, wouldn't I have a life insurance policy on you? If I was your daughter, wouldn't you have to pay me a fortune?
We'll see. We'll see. A pension now is a much different matter.
But them curates had a right hair made out of you before I came here. You were up to your neck in debt, and you were run off your feet. 'Twas me that done all the worrying, Canon. And 'twas me that took charge in the bingo and the raffles. I'd be expecting a pension of £7 or £8 a week. And £1,000 of a bulk sum.
£1,000? Tell me. 'Tis a nightmare I'm having. Here, man, tell him I only get £1,000.
Oh, I'll tell you how to get it, Canon. Mark my words, there's an awful lot more money in this parish than you think. There's them that'd let on to be poor, it'd buy and sell you. Much are they paying into mass at present, Canon?
2 new pence.
Well, that's nothing short of scandalous. 2pence for mass and 10 shillings for the dance hall. Ah, Lord, if only Monsignor McMerrigan was here. He'd have them skint while they'd be looking around you. He was a great warrant to gauge the amount of money that was in a parish and to get it out of them. The Monsignor would never go to the altar or to the pulpit. I don't want to divorce myself from the people, he used to say. The minute I go there, Moll, he used to say, I leave their world. Oh, the Monsignor knew all the tricks. He'd saunter out nice and easy and he'd lean back against the altar like he was after meeting you in the street. And he'd give the blessing careless and gay, and then he'd stick the 2 hands down into the trousers pockets. Oh, he had a great, big, strong voice. Very oily and greasy. Well, he used to say. Here we are again. What's this I'm taking out of my trouser pocket? Why, it's a penny. I'll give this penny to this lovely little girl down here in the front seat. Oh, but wait a minute, what an old fool I am. If she wanted to buy a bar of chocolate or an ice cream, sure a penny would be worthless. I had better give her a shilling. So now, my dear people, in the name of God, when you come to Mass next Sunday morning, will you leave the coppers at home and bring a piece of silver with you? I'll be standing at the gate, so don't blackguard me. I'm too old for it, and I don't deserve it. We'll forget about today. We can all make mistakes. But just remember, next Sunday, no coppers.
And did it work?
Did it? What? The following Sunday, Canon, the mass contributions were trebled. And it was the same every Sunday after that.
That's great. That's great, man.
Get up there now, Canon, and give it a go yourself. Go on, a little bit of a practice before Sunday. Get up.
Well.
Louder, Canon, louder.
Well.
Go on, keep going.
Here we are again.
Go on, keep going.
What have I in my trouser pocket?
Go on, keep going, Canon.
A penny. What have I in the other pocket? Why? A shilling. 5 new pence. A penny in one hand and a shilling in the other. Ha! We must try that again sometime.
Canon, look as we practice it again before Sunday. And you sit down there now. And you know what, Canon? Them mass cards were a great money spinner.
Oh, good God.
Them cards, I mean.
You're not talking about poker school, are you?
No, Canon, I'm talking about the mass cards.
What about the mass cards?
Well, I don't know where to start, Canon.
Oh, start at the very beginning, man.
Father Lawrence signed 8 cards yesterday morning for when you were saying the mass for the McRory funeral. That's £8, Canon.
£8 in the morning. Well, that's mighty money.
And it should be your money, Canon.
Well, he said the masses, so he's entitled to the money.
12 times, Canon, I had to answer the door for the pair of them, and most people wanted you to sign.
And that's £12 between them.
I know. And when you came back, Canon, how many did you sign?
Oh, I didn't sign 12 anyway, or anything near it, I tell you.
That's what I was thinking, Canon.
Now, what do you recommend, man?
Well, 'tisn't for me to say, Canon.
Maybe not, man, but I value your advice, whatever it is. I'm sure you won't drive me astray at any rate.
Well, 'tis only a suggestion, man, mind, Canon.
Oh, I'm here for suggestions, Gavin.
If you were to take a big bundle of cards, Canon, and sign them and give them to me, then I needn't be sending people away saying that you're not here or to call back again. When I tell them to call back later, if they say Father Lauren or Father Brest will do, you're losing hundreds, Canon.
Hundreds?
Hundreds, Canon. 'Tis not
I
unnatural.
suppose I am.
Well, it's not unnatural for a person to be fond of money, to want money in the pocket, so that this house can be run and the parish can be run and all of us paid our wages. 'Tis you that pays them, Canon. 'Tisn't for yourself you want it.
'Tis not indeed, man.
'Tis no sin, Canon.
It is no sin, man. So, whoever will come to the door with money for a card, you be there to hand them a sign, Mass Canon.
Well, 'tis me that always answers the door, Canon.
Oh, God knows it is surely, man. But isn't there danger, man? You might give my signed card to those who will be seeking Father Brest and Father Lawrence.
Well, I suppose it could happen, Canon. We can all make mistakes.
Oh, God knows we can, man. But I know you wouldn't do anything deliberate. We all know that well. The more I think of it, the more I like it.
Well, people put an awful lot more store on a card signed by a canon than one signed by a curate.
I'll sign them for you then. First thing in the morning.
No, go ahead and put your autograph on a few of them now, Canon, and it'll give you an appetite for your supper.
Now what about our little pension problem?
We'll go down to the bank in the morning and we'll go to the solicitor and we'll get him to draw up an agreement in the morning.
And what do you recommend?
Well, you better make it.
I'll make no promises then, mind you. If I still raise the £1,000, I still think it's far too much. We'll talk about it tomorrow.
Well, I won't be here tomorrow.
Ah,
I'll be shoving on, Canon.
Moll.
No, I can't take any more of this.
Ah,
I'm
Moll.
going to go out into the world, Canon, and I'm going to find an old man to marry me.
I'll do that, Moll.
An old man, Canon, and the older the better. Because if the heart gives up on him, at least I'll have the widow's pension. And that's a damn sight more than I get from you, with your shiny shoes, and your purple and your grace of God.
Moll, the bishop will have to be consulted.
And will it be the bishop? Will be bringing the breakfast up to the bed to you in the morning, will he?
All right, then, I'll do what I can.
Oh, there's no doing what you can. You'll either do it or you won't do it. And if you do it, I'll stay. And if you don't do it, I won't stay.
Be reasonable, be reasonable. Be reasonable.
I'm going now, Canon, to pack my bags. And all I can say is that I hope you'll be lucky, and that you'll be half as well-minded as I minded you.
Moll, come back. Moll, come back. It's bad to be too hasty. Come on back in here. Sit down here, Moll. It's bad to be too hasty.
Is it, Canon? Well, you look after me, Canon, and I look after you. Think of all the money I'll make for you with the mass cards. So there isn't a woman in Ireland who'd do as well by you.
All right, then. I'll do it. But you'll have to show me how. I swear to God I have the penny.
Look at here, Canon. We'll go down to the solicitor first thing in the morning, and we'll get him to draw up an agreement that whoever is parish priest after you must pay me the money. And that's very important. And then we go to the bank manager and we'll raise the £1,000. Sure, you'll have no bother, Canon. Sure, a parish priest's word is stronger than the rock of Gibraltar. There's not a bank manager in the world would refuse you. We get them to put the £1,000 in your name and mine, with the proviso that if anything should happen to you, I can claim it.
And if anything happens to you, I can claim it.
Very good, Canon. Do you know, I'll go and put the supper on now, Canon. It isn't a job you'd expect me to do for nothing now, Canon.
What do you mean, Moll?
Well, the giving out of the cards and the collecting of the money.
I don't understand.
There's a lot of responsibility, Canon.
I don't understand at all, Moll.
A commission, Canon.
A commission will be totally unprecedented. I declare to God I never heard the like before in my life.
Well, you won't lose by it, Canon.
What sort of commission?
A shilling in the pound, Canon. Sure, 'tis only 5 new pence. 'Tisn't much.
It's totally unprecedented, Moll.
Well, I used to get it from Monsignor Mac Merrigan.
Well, fuck my senior. In that case, then, I'll do it. I'll sit in the counter to be done.
Very good, Canon. I'll go and put the supper on now, Canon.
And Moll,
Yes, Canon.
give Father Bryce a call.
I will, to be sure, Canon. And would you ever ask them pair of buckles to tidy out their rooms? They're in an awful state altogether.
And Moll,
Yes, Canon.
call him easy. He says your voice is affecting his eardrum.
I call him like he was a baby, Canon. A pure Baba.
They happen all around us, every day, and mostly we don't even recognise them. I'm talking about God's little miracles. There's a saying to cover it, what in blazes is it again? Ah yes, God works in mysterious ways. You've often heard that said, no doubt. Well, 'tis nonetheless true. Sure, who'd have thought that Father Lawrence, a man without the echo of a note in his head, would be after running a choir? God alone knows. And must it have been God that gave the hint to Moll, for wasn't it she that organised it? Ah yes, there was a great deal of honest activity going on in Crosserlough Parish during Moll's time with the President. And thanks be to God's design for that.
I'm all right then.
Babbies. Lovely little babbies. Yes, you.
Could you? What reason are you leaving?
What's that music?
How come the two of them's not like me? I know now what the heck fucking Johnny is with Grim Snoop. Come on and play it. And come on and play on a big game. I give
the new school. Wasn't it the lucky day for us all now 4 years ago when the Canon hired me? Look at all I've done. I built as fine a school as you'd see anywhere in Ireland, and today it has been opened. Oh, it's a pity that the bishop can't be here to see it. But sure, I suppose you can't have everything.
You think it was you, and you alone that built that church?
The school, 'twas me and the bingo.
Bingo. The ultimate role in the Catholic Church, the propagation of bingo.
Well, may God forgive you.
Where's the canon?
Bed?
At this hour of the day, is he sick or something?
No, boy Bon. He's resting before the festivities begin. I don't see your name here.
Where?
On the list, the new list of diocesan appointments.
How in the name of God would my name be there when old fogies of 80 years of age or more won't give up the ghost? You'd swear they'll have the grace of God to retire and give young lads like me a chance.
A chance at what?
A chance to prove ourselves. A chance to bring decaying parishes up to standard.
A lot you did for this decaying parish before I came. And a lot you'd do for it now if it was left up to yourself. Where would you get the money?
God is good.
God is good. And bingo is good. And raffles is good. And jumble sales is good.
Jumble rubbish. Did you see my golf clubs anyway?
Golf clubs? You haven't time for golf anymore, boy Bon. And the man that has them now has his handicap down to 9.
What?
And they raise £2.10 for the new school.
You mean to sit there and tell me...
What do I care about you?
Well, that's a nice way to address a priest.
Listen here to me. If you don't learn to master that contraption there on the table, your balls are going to be all over the place.
Well, boys, but you're a terrible creature altogether. But the church will master you yet.
And pray, what have I to do with the church? Sure isn't an altar boy higher up in the church than I am.
Well, there is one great consolation.
And what might that be?
That when the canon's day comes, you'll be for the high jumping. And you'll go down the same road as Hitler, Stalin, and all them other tyrants.
Well, if I do, at least I'll have something to show for me time.
God, you happen to tell us about that. You must have a right huge bob now gathered up from the mass cards. Never mind what you got from the grocer and the butcher and the baker and every other poor unfortunate divvy you robbed a halfpenny from.
I have as much right as you have. And when you're going to the bishop, let me know and I'll go with you. And if you're not happy with the bishop, we'll go to the cardinal. And if you're not satisfied with the cardinal, we'll go to the pope himself.
You're mad.
Come on! You're the one always talking about going to the bishop. Always talking about it behind me back. Come! And we'll tell him that there's a new school built since I came to the parish. The church is repaired and all the debt paid, all since I came.
It was my work, mine and Father Lawrence.
You and Father me arse.
I've just done my room. Do you want me to do yours?
No thanks, it's fine.
I give it a hoop or so.
I said it's all right, I'm able to pull me own weight.
You mustn't fret yourself.
I'm not fretting myself. Just that monster there won't rest until she has me under the clay.
Well, you mustn't let her get to you. I just ignore her.
Would you listen to the Mohammedan with the turban on his pole? It's a pity the bishop couldn't see you now.
Varimitable semper femina.
Well said, Father.
In nomine Domini Gomina. Goose grease colorum. Sego lambigo tapioca semolina. And if you think that you snooze now before the festivities begin.
Look at her. You'd swear butter wouldn't melt in her mouth. The devil incarnate.
The devil?
Who else but the devil or some evil spirit would interfere with my sermon on mixed marriages? Mixed marriages, how are you, she says. It'd fit you better to do a sermon on mixed bread.
Phil, maybe she's possessed.
The devil has more sense.
No, seriously. She's dozing. This may be our only chance to exercise her.
I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. Maybe we should get the official diocesan exorcist.
He'd never agree, and she'd never submit.
Suppose something goes wrong.
It's a chance we'll have to take. Look, it's for her own good. There's no other explanation for her diabolical behaviour. Here, wait there. Oh Lord, we call on you now, in this hour of great need, to rescue us from Satan and his minions. We ask you to free our poor servant Moll from the devil's tricks, and that you might return to the path of goodness, gentleness, and meekness.
Empty bottle. Save me the bottle.
Oh, you shouldn't have bothered, Canon. Go and sit down there now by the fire and read your paper. If I can find it.
Anything good on it?
Well, the Pope says that the world has gone to the dogs, Canon.
My mother used to say the same when I was a young boy.
People has no conscience these days, Canon. No conscience.
Too well I know, Moll.
With the women going around half naked, Canon. So where is it all going to end?
This country is far too cold for that.
God be with the curates when I was young. Pure saints they were, with their eyes gone back in their heads and black rings under them like they were painted. 'Twas they were the holy men, Canon, and 'twasn't their bellies was troubling them.
My God, yes. Where was Father Breast and Father Lord rushing off to?
Well, the devil only knows, Canon. The devil only knows.
They're very agitated these days, you know.
I know, Canon. Lord, when I was young, the curates, I remember one of Monsignor McMerrigan's first curates. Lord, the poor man was so pale, you'd swear he was after being whitewashed. I must have tried every shop in the diocese to get a collar small enough for his neck. Sure, he had no collar, Canon. It was all Adam's apple. I often saw him stagger with the weakness on his cold morning.
Where is he now, Moll?
Heaven, Canon, where the hell else, you mean?
The Lord of mercy. Where else indeed the poor man?
Canon now is different.
What should he be like, Moll?
He should be round and fat and pleasant, with a fine big red face to frighten the sinners and to give the people confidence. She'd never see a thin Canon. What would the people think if he wasn't round and shiny and in prime condition?
Go on, Moll, go on.
Oh, a Canon now should be a fine, rumbling, thundering man, well fed and groomed, so that the parish could boast of his appearance and be proud of him. Yourself now, Canon, is a fine example of what a Canon should be like. Show me the priest, Monsignor McMerrigan used to say, and I tell you what the parish should be like.
I dare say there's something of what you say, Moll. You're not a woman of given to exaggeration. I suppose nobody can say that I'm not cut out for the job.
Well, there's nobody would deny it, Canon. But God save us all, Canon, them curates of ours is a pure disgrace altogether. They'd eat you out of house and home instead of fasting and abstaining like the priests and martyrs. When I was giving Breast his dinner the other day, the day you were away, he says to me, "Where's the soup?" "What soup is that?" says I, by Bob. "The soup," he says, "before the dinner." "Soup is for invalids," I told him. "That's me," says he. I'm telling you, Canon, when they start looking for soup before the dinner, should they be looking for soup after the dinner? Isn't soup a meal in itself, Canon?
A good plate of soup can be most nourishing.
Indeed it can, and I don't know what that fella's looking for.
Oh, holy God, never mind.
Oh, he's giving out.
The bishop!
What about the bishop?
The bishop, he's coming.
He's out farm somewhere, he can't be coming.
He's outside the front door.
Oh, God bless his God, take me up the place. Wait,
Calm down,
come on.
calm down.
Take me up. Take me up.
His lordship. Don't stand up. You're looking well, Connie. No need for that, Father Lorne. None of that.
A drink, Moll. A drink for his lordship. A drink for everybody. Paddy Flaherty, isn't it, my lord?
Yes, a drop of paddy.
Very good, Canon, very good.
Take a little wine, St. Paul says, for thy stomach's sake and for thy frequent infirmities. Black Anna and Maggie gonna drink a bottle of wine apiece. We Margaret promised me she's gonna take the pledge. I'll have to see her after. I was in Morocco. I woke up yesterday evening after lunch and I looked out over the Mediterranean. This is nice, I said to myself. But isn't something else happening in another part of the world, I said to myself. Isn't a school about to be opened? Isn't it about to be opened in my own diocese? Isn't it about to be opened by a substitute? Time, I said, gentlemen, to be hitting for Crosserlough. Here I am.
Oh, marvellous, marvellous.
It's what we expect of the man.
To come all the way here from his holidays.
Oh, to cut short his holidays. Oh, marvellous, marvellous.
Oh, it's a great credit to you, Canon Pratt. 4 years ago, we'd a ramshackle of an outhouse. Will you be ashamed to send a decent scholar? Now we've a school up here, and it's second to none. Was it the McCabe's of Derrily that built it, Canon? I'm
mindful of builders, of course. Those who fall to the cause of education are always on my mind, Canon, if you know what I mean.
Now, would anyone like a little drop of soup before the festivities begin?
Pray, Canon, who have we here?
Well, this is our housekeeper, my lord.
So this is Moll.
My lord, it's such an honour to meet you. An honour.
So you know her then?
Oh, no, we know more than we're supposed to know, Canon Pratt. Isn't that right, gentlemen? I've heard great accounts of Moll. Moll, fetch a wee drop for yourself. And then we will all toast this great centre of education which is about to be declared open.
Very good, my lord.
And now, gentlemen, what's the score with the pair of you?
We're fine, my lord. Fine, my lord.
No grievances?
No, none at all. No.
Oh, a presbytery without grievances is paradise. But paradise doesn't come until the next world. Speak up, gentlemen.
Well, there's never a rose or a thorn, your lordship.
There are all the cotton balls, my lord. Look at them. Did you ever see such health?
As the senior curate
Here
in this...
I am, Canon.
Will you be toastmaster, my lord?
Certainly, Canon.
And Joe, will you let a good man get the parish camera? We'll record this for posterity. Is this all right, my lord?
Certainly, Canon. Moll, join us for the photograph.
Oh, thank you very much, my lord.
Ladies and gentlemen, I bid you toast our new school. Long may it stand, and may the scholars pour forth from its portals until Gabriel sounds his horn. Gomera shape a Joe, sco juppy na scolorio na holly and a sluncha.
Sluncha.
My lord, you asked earlier on if we had any grievances. On behalf of myself and Father Lorne would like to say a few words about the conditions of this...
What have you to say, Father Lorne?
What do you want me to say, my lord?
About the conditions in this presbytery?
Oh, I have no complaints to make, my lord. I am just a curate.
Just a curate. Will you tell him the truth?
The truth is, my lord, that I have personally no complaints to make.
Judas Iscariot.
In a few moments, I will be opening a new school. And after that, I must go to suppress the women's lib movement in Ballinya. Tell Shamie Gallagher I want to lift. I can't drive after that brink. But I cannot leave unless there's peace in this house. In Morocco, I had time to think. Canon Pratt, you served this diocese well.
Thanks, my lord.
You have lived in obscurity in this out-of-the-way place far too long. You have taken this parish out of the doldrums.
Oh, thanks very much, my lord.
You've given this new school and a new stars. You are the kind of canon who deserves better.
Thanks, my lord.
For this reason, I am appointing you to St Andrews in the city. You'll be happy there. I'm sure no time at all you'll be better Monsignor. to have you near me in the city. Your age, canon, and experience will be an asset to the diocese.
I don't know what to say. I'm Monsignor, St. Andrews. Moll, did you hear that?
That's great news,
We're
Canon.
bound for the city.
Oh, God, that's mighty.
You didn't hear me right, Canon. You're bound for the city. Moll, she stays here.
But,
Let there be no buts. The parish of St. Andrew is run by an order of nuns, Canon.
we're together so long.
The church is a hard master, Canon. But as hard as it isn't half as hard as a community of nuns. I'd face the fires of hell and a booking Morocco before I'd face a rampaging Reverend Mother. Moll, you'll stay here. Your assistance will be vital. The new parish priest, he'll have his work cut out for him.
Do you know anyone that'll do it?
I have someone in mind, Canon, I have, surely.
Me!
Who else, Father? Father Lorne, you'll be the senior curate, and we'll make Father Quinn the junior one.
Is there any chance of a transfer, my lord? Oh God, if I knew what was before me, I would have jacked the whole thing in and joined the Christian Brothers. Anything is better than being a curate.
There are worse things in life, John.
Name them.
Don't worry. There'll be good times ahead for myself, yourself, and Father Moll.
Well, Canon, there's a new school to be opened up here. Shall we be on our way? I'd like to see it first.
Of course, my lord. Oh, and Moll,
Yes, Canon.
see our new parish priest about that little problem.
Very good, Canon.
Goodbye.
What little problem?
Oh, it's just a little arrangement me and the Canon have. I'll fill you in on it later.
Oh, I'm sure you will. Well, has anyone more answer to say? Now is the time. There's no use talking about the bishop behind his back now, is there? May God's blessing be on your ministry here, Father Breast. Be patient with your cures, and thankful to your housekeeper. And remember, how incredible though it may seem now, I was once a curate too. God bless you.
You came out of that one nicely.
I was the senior curate.
And I the junior.
And as long as you remember that, things will work out just fine.
You know, I never thought I'd see the day.
Would anyone like a little drop of soup now before the festivities begin?
A little drop of soup would be just marvellous, Moll.
Oh, marvellous.
Very good, fathers. I'll get it straight away.
Do you know something, Father Lauren? This is going to be a model parish. Our new community centre will be the talk of the diocese.
New community centre? And where will you get the money?
From the greatest source of all, the bingo. And we have bingo every night. And it'll be a bigger and better bingo. Do you hear that, Moll? A bigger and better bingo.
Well, I declare to God, but you'll make a great parish priest altogether.
Summers came and summers went in Crosserlough parish, each one much like the last. Canon Pratt, well, he took up residence beside the bishop in his palace, and though now a Monsignor, he never did manage to gauge the amount of money in his new parish. The red-legged Miss Handover, God save us, she never did manage to hold down a job. She opened a bar once, briefly, but closed it herself soon after. Bridgie and Ulick, well, they got on the best. They raised 5 children in as many years. 4 girls and the bull. However, the poisonous canker of doubt soon took hold over a starving Father Lord, as he grappled to manage this bigger and better bingo. But with a nod and a wink, well, Moll and Father Breast's relationship flourished. Moll took up golf and got her handicap down to 10. Father Breast put on weight in multiples of 10. Who else have we got? As Moll correctly predicted, with her help, Father Breast went on to make a great parish priest altogether. A new community centre replaced the old school, and Father Lawrence Choir sang songs above in the theatre in Virginia every year. A new drama group staged acclaimed productions of John B Keane classics. However, as for me, alas, I became the next starving junior kid.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of this series of Moll. And it has been great fun, and I have to say you've been a tremendous audience here tonight. And I think you really brought the best out of this lot up here. They have been fantastic as well. They're a great bunch. They've really, really worked hard. And I have to say, they've just been tremendous. So, a big round of applause again. And of course, with a production like this, there's always a number of people who help behind the scenes who are never seen and play a very important role. And I just want to say a special thanks to them, especially to the ladies who made the tea at half time, and I think it was greatly and appreciated by everybody. To Claire, to Maura, to Kathleen, to Anne, Alicia, Philly, Mary, very, very special thanks to them for helping with the tea. To our stage management, Olive Lynch, Colin Murphy, Michelle Donohoe and Liam McInerney, thank you very, very much. On sound down here we had Tina, who did fantastic work with all those funny sounds you were hearing. So thanks Tina, you were great. Our beautiful set design, which you can see behind me here, was all compiled by Micheál Riley, Patsy Gaffney, Dermot Fagan and Anna O'Reilly. The makeup was done by Maria, Michelle, Philly and Martha, so thank you all. Special word of thanks to Caroline Galligan and Anna on tickets. They were the people that answered the phone when you rang up, and they did a tremendous job in organising everybody and getting seats for everybody, so thank you girls. Also just to thank everybody who helped sell tickets at the half time. We had youngsters in last night and the night before, so a special word of thanks to them. I think I have covered mostly everybody. To Michael Callery here for lights, to Shem who's done the video here tonight, and I want to say a special word of thanks to those people who took part in the bingo session. You would think they knew that they were going to take part, but believe me, they didn't know anything about it. So thank you all, you've been a great fun, great sport, so fair play to you all. Thank you very, very much. And last but by no means least, the one person who is responsible for getting all this together up here on stage and making sure everybody knows their lines, and sometimes that's a difficult enough job, so and especially when you forget your lines. But anyway, a special word of thanks to our director, of course, that is John Donohoe. So look at, ladies and gentlemen, that's all that remains for me to say. So look at to wish you all a safe journey home, and to thank you very, very much for your support, not alone tonight, but in all other events that took place here over the years. So thank you all very, very much, and safe home.